Friends, in today's session, we will learn about the source determination. So, in source determination, we have three parts. First part is on the source list, second part on quota arrangement, third part is on further aspects of source determination. Okay, so we will take up now the part one of the source determination, which is source list. So here I have divided this into three sections. Section 1, Section A, we will study about the overview of source determination. Section B, we will do an exercise on automatic source determination without a source list. Here, find how to find sources in purchase acquisition without source list. And in Section C, automatic, we will do an exercise on automatic source determination with a source list. That is how to find sources in purchase acquisition with source list. Okay, we will take up this section here, which is the overview of the source determination. Okay, so we should know what are the sources of supply in SAP MM. The sources of supply are source list, quota arrangement, outline agreement, and info record. These are the four sources of supply in SAP MM. What is the purpose of the source determination? The purpose of the source determination is to automatically assign a source of supply to a purchase acquisition. When creating a purchase requisition, if we set the source determination indicator in the requisition header, the system searches for possible sources of supply for all the items of the requisition. If the system finds several valid sources for an item, we can find the best source by a price simulation. Okay, if there is only one source, that will come. Okay, if there are multiple sources, then we can find the best source by price simulation. Okay, so that I will show you in the exercise how to find all that one, the source with the price simulation. So this figure shows the four sources of supply. Okay, which just now I told you. Okay, so in this figure, so when you create a purchase acquisition, right, we have to check the source determination in the header. Then once you check this one, then in the item details in the sources of supply tab, okay, if there are any specific sources for that particular material, system will okay show those sources. Either if there is an agreement or contract, if there is a fixed vendor, or if there is an info record, we can see that one. Okay, system will show them. Okay, if they are available. Okay, next, source list and quota arrangement. What is source list and what is quota arrangement? So we can use the source list and our quota arrangement to control the sources. So if we have many sources for one material, okay, then we can control the sources by using source list and quota arrangement. In the source list, we will maintain sources of supply valid for a certain period of time. We can specify a preferred source as fixed or MRP relevant for a certain period of time in the source list. We can also block some sources by checking the block checkbox indicator in the source list. Okay. With the aid of a quota arrangement, we can divide the material requirements arising over a certain period among different sources on the basis of quotas. Quota arrangements determine which source of supply may be from among several possible sources is automatically assigned to a purchase acquisition. Okay, we will know this all these details, when we take up the topic of quota arrangement in the next part of this sources of supply. Okay, or source determination. Next, what are the functions of the source list? Okay, this is a typical display of the source list here. So in a source list, we will find the details, that is the material and the plant for which the source list is maintained, then validity from valid from period and to period. Then if there is any vendor for valid for that particular period, vendor will be there. If there is a contract or scheduling agreement, that will be there. Okay, and what is the item number of that contract or scheduling agreement? And here, if you want to keep one any certain vendor as a fixed vendor, fixed source, then we have to check the fixed. Okay, if you want to block any vendor or any source, we have to just check the block source. Okay, like this. And also there is one more column, MRP. Here, we can use the source list for MRP purpose also, for the purpose of planning run. Okay. Uh, Now we will know some important points on the source list. The source list contains a list of sources for a material in a particular plant and valid for a particular time period. The source list has the following purposes. We can restrict the selection of sources during the source determination process, like a contract for a vendor for vendor A from January to June, and contract, okay, another contract for vendor B from July to December, like this. Okay, we can restrict, okay, the sources during a certain time, or okay, just whatever it is. I give one example. Then we can define a source as a fixed source. We can also block a source. Okay, each source list consists of the following data. What is the data we can find in the source list? First is the validity period. Second is the key source data. Third, fixed source. Fourth is procurement plant. Fifth is blocked source, and sixth is MRP. Okay, first one. Okay, validity period. Okay, it is the period within which the source list is valid. Okay, that is self-understood. Next, key source data, which is the number of the vendor and the responsible purchasing organization or info record connected to the vendor. Okay, we are inputting only vendor in the source list, but in the background, system will look for the info record for that particular vendor. Or number and item of the outline agreement or scheduling agreement or contract representing the source of supply for the material. Okay, next, fixed source. Okay, select the fixed field to define a source as a fixed source. The fixed source is determined in all cases, like when creating purchase requisitions, except planning run. Okay, so that is this fixed source. If you select this fixed checkbox fixed for any vendor, okay, or any outline agreement, anything, then this will work. Okay, for all cases, like when we create purchase requisition, but not when we do the planning run. Okay, when we do the planning run, okay, this fixed source will not work. Okay, then procurement plant. Okay, if the material can be procured from another plant, okay, enter the plant number in the PPL field and leave the field for the vendor number and our contract number empty. And this is used for stock transport order for procuring from plant to plant. I will just show this one. I think this PPL field is not here, column. I will just show this one here, procurement plant here in the system actually. Let me take you to SAP. Source list, for example, here ME01 maintain. Okay, put any material and plant, enter. Okay, here you can see this field PPL, procurement plant here. Okay, this is the validity period, valid from valid to. If there is any vendor, you put there about that vendor. Purchasing organization, PPL plant, then here agreement, here scheduling agreement or contract, and this is the fixed. If you want to keep any vendor as fixed, check this one. If you want to keep any vendor, if you want to block any vendor, just okay, keep this blocked. Okay, then blocked source. Okay, just now we have seen, right? If you select this block checkbox, then that vendor will be blocked, and we cannot create a PO or a requisition with this source. Okay, MRP. We have one more column, MRP. We use the MRP indicator to control whether a source should be found during the planning run. Okay, which is the indicator one. If this source is a scheduling agreement, we can also generate scheduling agreement schedule lines directly during the planning run. Okay, okay, let me take you to this one. MRP. Okay, here. Okay, here, this is the MRP column. Okay, what are the selections available here in the MRP? We have indicator 1, which means record relevant to MRP. That means this source list will be relevant to MRP. And second one, that is record relevant to MRP, schedule lines generated automatically. If we select indicator 2, then that is okay, this will be relevant for MRP. And when we do the planning run for that particular material, okay, of this source list, then system will generate scheduling agreement schedule lines automatically if there is a scheduling agreement for that material. Okay, here in the source list. Okay, that is about the MRP column. Then we have the source list requirement, material related. What is this one? So here, if we want to procure materials only, if the source is available in the source list, define the material as subject to a source list requirement in the material master record. Okay, see here, if the requirement says that, okay, we have to procurement materials only if we have source list in the maintained for those materials, okay, in the system, then we have to set the materials as relevant to source list requirement. In the purchasing, we have the material master record. Here I will show that one. Let me go to SAP here. Just I will go to MM03. Just put any material. Okay. Here, go to purchasing view. In the purchasing view, okay, here, if you scroll to the down, there is a, here is, there is a source list here, checkbox. Okay, if you select this source list checkbox, then we have to maintain a source list for this particular material, and then only we can procure the material. Okay, if we select the source list here, checkbox here, then without maintaining source list, we cannot procure the material. Okay, that is the meaning of source list requirement for material. Okay, next, source list requirement, plant related or plant level. Okay, this is material level, this is plant level. So if you want to maintain source list at plant level, then we have to maintain this customizing. Okay, here material management, purchasing, source list, define source list requirement at plant level. Then we have to, then once we okay, then once we check that source list requirement for that particular plant in customizing, then we have to mandatorily maintain source list for all the materials of that particular plant. Okay, otherwise system will not allow us to procure those materials or create purchase orders for those materials. So let me see that one. And one more point, if we do not maintain the source list, then we will get the error message. Okay, that sources not included in the source list despite assistance of source list requirement. Okay, source list not included in the source not included in the source list despite existence of source list requirement. Like that, we will get a error message. Okay, so I will just show you this one. What is this configuration? How to maintain the source list requirement at plant level if it is required. For example, here let me go to configuration here, IMG. Let me SPRO. Okay, so here I will go to material management. Here in purchasing source list. Okay, define source list requirement at plant level. You have to go here, and here for that particular plant. Okay, which we are working right there. For that particular plant we have to check this source list requirement. Okay, if we do this one, check here and save this configuration, then we have to maintain source list for all the materials which are used in our plant. 1111. Okay, that is the meaning of source list requirement at plant level. Okay, so then with the source list analysis, we can find out whether source list records exist for materials of a plant within a certain period. For such plants with a source list requirement, this will help us to tell for which materials source list records are missing so that we can create source list for such materials immediately. So here, analysis. With the source list analysis, okay, we can check, okay, if there are source lists available in the system, okay, for the materials of that particular plant. If not, then we can maintain the source list for source materials. Okay, here we can see if the source lists are available by this analysis function. So I will show that one. Here, this is available in logistics, material management, purchasing, master data, source list, follow-on functions, analyze. Okay, so for example here, let me go here. Okay, source list, follow-on function, analyze, ME06 here, Okay, if you want to check if there are any sources available for any material and plant, just put that material, plant and execute. Put the validity period and execute. So here, for this material, no sources exist. Okay, we will get the message here. If there are sources, system will show the sources. Okay, for this material, test material, there are no sources available. Okay, like this. That is about the analysis. Then creation of source list records. How to create source list records? Okay, so we can create source list records manually, or from within an outline agreement, or from a info record, or automatically. Okay, automatically. So manually we can create by this transaction: material management, purchasing, master data, source list, maintain ME01. Okay, so here manually we have to maintain for each and every material of that one. Okay, okay, that is one. Okay, just I will show that one also. Here maintain ME01 here manually. Put the material, plant, enter. Okay, for example here, put the material, plant, enter, put the validity period, put the vendor, okay, put the contractor agreement here, if it is a fixed vendor, select it, okay, whatever it is. Then one more second line also put the validity period, put another vendor number or another contract, whatever it is. And if you want to block any of these sources, just check this block and save that one. Okay, this is how to manually maintain the source list records. Okay, so then automatically creation from within an outline agreement. So whenever we are creating an outline agreement for any material, we can maintain the source list for that particular item of the outline agreement automatically from the our creation of the outline agreement. No need to create it manually. From outline agreement itself, we can create a source list. How? Just I will show you. I will just show. I will go to, for example, here. The transaction to create a outline agreement or contract is ME31K. Just go to the contract here. Put the vendor. Okay. Okay. Put whatever the quantity, agreement type, everything. Purchasing organization, purchasing group, plant. Okay. Here. Then enter. Here, put the validity period of the contract. Enter. Okay, here put the material, any material. Okay, then target quantity. Here it is a quantity contract. Put the price. Enter. Okay, here select this item for which you want to maintain source list from the contract, and then here item maintain source list. Okay, here see system will maintain the source list for this material automatically from the contract for this material and this vendor. Okay, put the validity period. For example, here today to maybe 31 December next year, whatever it is, and just go back. Okay, and when you save this contract, then system will generate the source list automatically from the contract. Next, okay, generate from a info record. So when you are creating an info record also, we can create a source list automatically. How? I will show here. I am not going to do it. I have just shown you that one. Create an info, for example, here info record M11. The transaction code to create info record is M11. Go here, put the vendor, put the material, purchasing organization, plant, enter. Okay, enter. Here in the purchasing organization data on the screen, put the plant delivery time, purchasing group, standard quantity, price, anything. And here, from here, extras, go to source list. Here put the validity period. Okay, then back. Okay, put the validity period for which you want to maintain this source list. Okay, this entry of this vendor and material in the source list, and then go back. And so now when you save this info record, then system will generate the source list automatically. Okay, this is how to generate the source list from the info record. Okay, that one I have shown automatically. So we can have source list records generated automatically by the system. The source list records can be generated for several materials, okay, or for a single material, but it is individual procedure. With this procedure, we can generate a source list record for every info record and or every outline agreement item for a material or several materials. Okay, this is automatic generation of source list records for several materials or single material. Okay, so how to generate source list records automatically by this transaction? Logistics, material management, purchasing, master data, source list, follow-on functions, generate ME05. Okay, we need to put the material, plant, validity period, and execute. System will generate source list records automatically. Okay, I will show this one here. How? For example, here, go to here, here, material management, purchasing, master data, source list, follow-on functions. Here, generate ME05. Just go here, just put the material and plant for which you want to generate automatically. Okay, all records for material or plant. Okay, and if you want to exclude outline agreement, select this. If you want only outline agreement, select this one. Okay, normally all records for material. Okay, all records means like all outline agreements, all info records, everything. Okay, give the validity period. Okay, here put the validity period, from and to validity period. Okay, remove the test run and execute. Okay, system will generate source list records automatically. Okay, for this material and plant. That is, if there are any info records or contracts for this material and plant, system will generate the source list record for them automatically. Okay, that is how to generate automatically. Next point here, source list record for material group contracts. So here there may be outline agreement items relating to a material group rather than a single specific material. Okay, uh, in the sources of supply, that is, that is uh, in the topic of contracts. I already explained you what is this material group contract and how to create that one. Okay, now what he's saying is, if we have a material group contract, okay, with item category like material unknown or W material group, we can create material specific source list records for these contract items. In doing so, we can decide whether to exclude or include certain materials of the relevant material group by means of the source list. So what he says is, if we have a contract for a particular material group, okay, then in that particular contract we can exclude certain materials which are belonging to the same material group, okay, from creating release orders with respect to this material group contract. How? Okay, we can have either exclude or include. Exclude means we can exclude certain materials belonging to the material group. Okay, include means only materials belonging to the material group in question that appear in the source list for the material group item can be ordered with reference to this contract item. Okay, so here this only only this one we have to note, very important. Only we can exclude certain materials, okay, belonging to that same material group, okay, from creating release orders with respect to this contract of the material group. Okay, how? One example I have given here. Yeah, there is a contract for a electronic components like material group 002. The contract must merely have a single text item covering all materials. For example, the material group 002, like the text will be electronic items like it. Okay, in the contract. We have a material T-1001 that also belongs to the material group 002, but it is to be excluded from release orders issued against the contract. Okay, so what he mean to say is, we have one material T-1001. Okay, that is also belong to the same material group 002, but we do not want, okay, to create any release orders for this material, okay, separately, okay, with respect to this material group contract. That is, we want this to be excluded from this release, from the release orders issued against this contract for the electronic items, because it is covered by a separate contract. That is what he says is, let us say we have one material T-1001, which also belongs to the material group 002. Okay, but we have a separate contract for this material. Okay, and we do not want this material, okay, to be, that is issued, we do not want the system to create release orders for this material T-1001, okay, with respect to this contract of the material group 002. Okay, that is the meaning. In such case, we can create a source list for the material group item and exclude this material. Okay, we can exclude that material from the source list. To create the source list for a material group item, proceed as follows. On the outline agreement overview screen, select the item for which we wish to enter the source list record and choose item maintain source list. Okay, then to exclude the material T-1001, keep the exclusion indicator set and enter the material number T-1001 in the list with the appropriate validity period. Then the system will generate a source list record in which this material is blocked for outline agreement for material group 002, or okay, the system will block this material T-1001 from the outline agreement for the material group 002. We can order all materials belonging to the material group 002 except material T-1001 against this material group contract. How? I will just show you this one. Let us go to SAP screen here. Okay, the transaction to create a contract is ME31K. Okay, ME31K. Okay, enter. Here put the vendor, whether I'm just trying to create a quantity contract MK. Put the agreement date by default today. Purchasing organization, purchasing group. Okay, here. For example, he's saying item category. Let us say item category material unknown, because this is a material group contract. For example, material group 002 electronic items, as I have already told you. Enter. Put the validity period. Okay, December next year. Enter. Here, put the short text of this contract. This is a material group contract, right? 002 electronic item. Just put the electronic components or whatever it is. Put the target quantity, because it is a quantity contract. Put the price. Enter. Okay, put the this one unit of measure. Okay, order unit of measure, enter. Now, okay, this will be a contract for a material group 002, which is electronic components. Okay, material group is 002. Here I will show this one here. For example, here 002 means which is electronics. Okay, now what you do, if you want to exclude any specific material belonging to this material group, then what you need to do, select this item, and here in the overview or in the from menu bar, go to item, maintain source list. Okay, here put the validity period for which, okay, you want to exclude certain material. Put that material here. For example, I want to exclude this material T-501213. Okay, which belong to same material group. This material belong to same material group 002. Okay, so here this is the exclusion indicator. Okay, put the validity period, and this exclusion indicator by default it will be checked. Check this one. Okay, and then go back and save the contract. Okay, what you need to do, okay, we need to select the from the menu bar, go to item, maintain source list, then put the validity period, input the material number, and make sure that this exclusion checkbox is selected, and go back. Okay, okay, so that material is I will put another material. Okay, okay, so here we have to put the material which belong to this material group only. You have to go back and save that one, save the contract. Okay, then once you save the contract, system will generate the source list for that particular material group, such that this, okay, when you save the contract, system will create a source list for this particular material, such that this material will be excluded from the contract of that particular material group. Okay, so that is about, this is how to exclude a certain material from a material group contract. Okay, so this is about the overview of the source list. Okay, so next we will in the next video we will go to the section B, where we will find automatic source determination without a source list, and in the section C we will learn about the automatic source determination with a source list. Okay, thank you for watching my video. See you in my next video. Please give me your valuable likes, comments, and please subscribe to my channel and share my channel to your maximum people. Thank you.